welcome back to my channel, Fixing It Up with Sandra. In case you're new here, I'm Sandra, and as you can see, today we are filming this tutorial in my shop. We're killing all the birds with one stone, and since I'm already here, I'm like, you know what, let's go ahead and make a wreath, which I have done a lot of prepping. It's gonna be a complete dollar store wreath, and this is gonna be a very beginner friendly tutorial. I'm going to be explaining a lot of details, so if you're already like someone that's super advanced, you're going to want to skip through this. But just for those people that are never made a wreath before, I just want to know, I'm going to explain every little thing to you. So we're going to go ahead and point the camera down. I've got my little basket here full of the goodies that we're going to need, and let's get started. All right, so we're going to be using a Dollar Tree wreath frame in the size, it doesn't say unfortunately, but I think this is the 14-inch. So this is going to be the 14-inch frame that we're going to use. I have some pipe cleaners that I picked up in the Halloween section right here, and I only have one right here, but I used orange, purple, and black, and I used 2 of each color. So these are the decorative mesh that you can get from the Dollar Tree, and like I said, I used 2 of each. So I did 2 purple, 2 orange, and 2 black rolls, okay? So what we're gonna do is you're gonna take your mesh roll, and you're going to cut it into sections 13 inches in length. Now the reason why I chose 13 inches is because we're doing a Halloween frame, or a Halloween wreath, and I was like, you know what, let's just pick the number 13. There was no rhyme or reason why I chose 13 inches. So if you decide to cut yours at 10, feel free to do so. If you decide to cut yours at 15, feel free to do so. I just went with 13 inches for my cuts, okay? So when you cut, I did, for my first roll, so like I did the orange, black, and purple, and when I cut it at 13 inches, I got 13 cuts, okay, with my first rolls. Then when I did my second rolls, I got 12. So dollar store mesh can be very finicky. Sometimes you get a really good roll, sometimes you get a really funky roll, like I did with this purple. So sometimes you'll cut and then you'll get, like, you know, like I said, 13 cuts out of it. And then sometimes you're gonna get less, you're gonna get 12. So I have a total of 25 cuts, okay? And that means we're going to have 25 bundles. So what I did, I'm just gonna go ahead and unravel this. What I did, I have a pair of scissors right here. I'm just gonna randomly cut this. So when I say the cuts, so I trimmed off the edge, and as you can see, this purple is also very finicky. It's kind of warped in certain sections, but we still worked with it. So I cut this at 13 inches, like just pretending this is at 13 inches. And then what we did is the scrunch method. So what I would do is bend or tuck that edge in and then scrunch like so until the very end. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Tuck that other end and then pinch it together, and there you go, you have a little bunch. Again, working with dollar store mesh is very tricky. It sometimes works beautifully, sometimes it works like this, it doesn't matter. What you're gonna do is when you have all 3 of your colors in the bundle, you're gonna take a pipe cleaner. This is cut in half, so this used to be 12 inches, now this is about 6 inches, okay? You're gonna take it and wrap it around your little bundle, give it a twist, and then you're gonna have a bundle like this. I also got the ribbon from the Dollar Tree store, and I cut the ribbon at 13 inches as well. So each piece of mesh, 13 inches, ribbon at 13 inches, and then I made the fancy little dove's tail at the end, okay? So because we have 25 bundles, remember, because I had 25 cuts, I only did 13, I did half of them, well, half plus 1, 13 of them with a ribbon. So it'll be every other one will have a ribbon, okay? So 13 total with a ribbon, 12 without a ribbon, okay? And that's how we do our little bundles. So next, I've already prepped. I've already done all of my little bundles just to save time because I knew I was gonna do a lot of explaining on here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your pipe cleaner. Oh, let me break it down even more for you, okay? So we have 25 bundles, okay? And then what I did, I'm like, okay, so now how am I going to place them on my wreath? We have 6 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 sections. So I divided 25 by 6, okay? Which roughly gives us about 4 in each section, 4 bundles, okay? And then obviously you're gonna have one that has an extra bundle. So that's how I figured out how I'm going to place my little bundles, okay? Again, very beginner friendly for this video, so I'm sorry if you're more advanced, this is probably not the video for you. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take our first bundle and we're gonna work in our first section right here, okay? We're just gonna grab it, place it anywhere on the wreath frame. There is no right or wrong answer or how you do it. I'm going to put it on, so I'm gonna flip my wreath frame over. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna take my pipe cleaner. I'm gonna wrap it around this first bar right here on the very top. No rhyme or reason why I'm doing it. Just give it a few twists, like so. Flip it back over, there you go. Now I'm gonna take one with a ribbon, like so. And then I'm just gonna do it on the second section, like so. Again, around the 2 frames. So we're just gonna do like this. Give it a good twist. Now we've got the 2. Now I'm gonna take one without the ribbon and maybe go back up to the top, like so. Okay. And then we're gonna, get that nice and tight on here. Scooch it over if you need to. And then we're gonna take one with a ribbon and then put it in the middle. All right. And you're just gonna repeat this process all the way around your wreath frame. So now we have our 4 in this one section, okay? Now I know it might seem a little kind of, I guess you can use the word airy, like you can see the wreath frame. That's okay, we're gonna fix that at the end. We're gonna be adding some tubing to this. But for right now, that is our one section. Super cute, you can adjust your ribbon like so, like this. Super, super cute, and this is the ribbon. You will have, so I did 13, like I said, 13 cuts. You will still have extra ribbon because as you can see, I have extra ribbon right here. I might use this in a bow later on. And then here is gonna be our centerpiece. I thought this was a super cute centerpiece considering that it matches our ribbon so well. So back to adding them onto here. All right, so we're gonna grab some more bundles. All right. And you can create these little bundles while you're like sitting, watching TV or whatnot. Very easy to do. All right, and we're just gonna repeat this and then just make sure that you have the 4 bundles in each section, okay? And then just adjust. And then as you get the more bundles on here, this wreath will start to fill out, okay? So just continue this all the way around like so. And as you can see, this is very beginner friendly. You should be able to do this with your kids, maybe have them make the bundles or have them attach. It is definitely something that anybody in the family can do. All right, let's just kind of scooch that over and then add like so. All right. Let's flip it back over and see what we have. Isn't that adorable how it's filling out? And you can adjust your ribbons as you wish. And so like this, there we go. All right, super adorable. And we're gonna continue all the way around the frame, and I will be back once I have every single poof on my frame to show you what it looks like. All right, so we've got each bundle. Remember, we were working with 25 bundles. We have each bundle on our wreath frame, and here's what it looks like. Isn't that super adorable? And if you placed your bundles differently than mine, I want you to know there is no wrong way to do this, okay? So now what we are gonna do, we are going to add our centerpiece, which don't you think is like the perfect centerpiece in regards to the pumpkin? I love it. So I'm gonna point the camera down. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna attach it. You can use hot glue if you choose to, but we're just gonna use some pipe cleaners since we already have that on hand. All right, so what we're gonna do, you can see the back. It has this little grid, and we're gonna leave the pipe cleaners at 12 inches, okay? I'm just gonna grab, let's do 4, just to make sure that they're really in place. All right, so we're gonna do one at the edge up here, just kind of wind it through. Be easier if I set it down. All right. So I just got it through that little corner right there. Do it on the other side. Just be careful not to rip the color on the pumpkin. Sometimes these little things can be fragile, so just be delicate with it. I'll show you where I'm gonna put the next one here in just a second. And again, like I said, you can use hot glue if that's something that works for you. So I've got one right here, one right there, one right there. We're gonna put one maybe like right there. And then we're just going to, and I'll point the camera down so you can see how we're going to fix it to our wreath. And I hope you find this very beginner friendly. Like I said, I know some people who've already done this before, like, you know, ugh, too much talking. I don't care. There are tons of people out there that need all of the details like me. So we've got our 4, and we're just gonna go ahead and place it on. So let me point the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so like I said, we're gonna add some tubing to our thing, and this is what I've got. I've got orange, green, and purple. So what we're gonna do, I've cut them at 24 inches. Now, the only reason why I cut them at 24 inches because I went like this, excuse me, before I cut it. I'll do that a lot slower. And then I kind of measured it in my wreath, and I'm like, that looks about good. So, excuse me, 24 inches is what works. You can do any length you want. And and you'll see what I mean when we go to place it onto the wreath. So I'm just gonna take this. I'm going to do 6 bundles of the tubing, okay? Because I wanna do 1 in each section, just so it's not overpowering the wreath, but just adds a little bit of a fun element to it. So we're just gonna cut 6, and you can see that I'm just doing like rough cuts. It doesn't have to be 100% exact. Just get it close enough. So what do we have? 4. Got to do 2 more. And I love adding tubing to a wreath. It gives it that extra little fun element. We got 1 more to do. All right. I've been dying to make a wreath with nothing but tubing. All right, so we're going to toss that to the side. All right, so we've got our 3 colors. What I'm going to do is take my tubing, make an X right there like so, and then pinch it down, okay? But what I'm gonna do is take all 3 colors, and like I said, because I do rough cuts, not every single one of them is gonna be exactly the same length. It would be almost impossible. All right, so I'm just gonna do like that, make them crisscross, and then pinch it. Got my circle like that, bring it down into a bow. So that's what you got right there. You're gonna take a pipe cleaner, like one of the half ones. You don't need to have a whole pipe cleaner. It's basically a waste. You're just gonna twist it like so. And you're gonna do that. And you can do it this way too, if this way works for you. 1, I do it several different ways. 2, don't want that twisted. 2, and then 3. So whichever way is comfortable for you to make these little bows, do it that way, okay? Like I said, there is no wrong way to make a wreath. You just do it your way, and then like so. So we're just gonna make a couple more of these bundles. See, you can see I was way off on some of them. So you can also, this is another way, line them up like that, line each one of them up, crisscross it, and then like so. There's several different ways to do this. And then we're gonna pop these in here, and then we're pretty much done. And again, everything is from the Dollar Tree, so you guys can see that it's budget friendly. Let's do this again. I'm trying to do in my head while I'm doing this, the math for the cost. So 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 13, 14. Roughly $14 if it was just $1. So maybe what? 22 bucks? I'm so rough guessing it. But very budget friendly, considering like if you went to Michael's or somewhere else to get the material to make a wreath. All right, like so. I know this is the most boring part, is watching me do something over and over again. But I decided we would just chat during this time, and instead of cutting the video off. All right. One more. Let me get one more pipe cleaner. Good. All right, now let's start the placement on our wreath frame, and you'll see what a fun element this is. So let's grab our wreath back down here. Now, we're gonna do one in each section. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna cheat. Okay, this is one section right here. So I know I want one somewhere right in here. So we're just gonna kind of wiggle our way through, find a little space. Because our wreath is so full right now, it's gonna just kind of like try to, yeah, wiggle your way in there to the frame. There we go. Got it a little open, flip it over. And I'm just putting it on the middle wreath frame just because that's where I was able to get through. All right, flip it back over. Look at how cute. Just a little pop of fun. Okay, we're just gonna do some adjustments. Boom. Okay, so I got one in that one. So now I want one in here. Oop. Make that just a little tighter. That was for my pumpkin. All right, so we're gonna do one in here. Let's see if I can wiggle it through right here. Flip it over. Again, we're going with the middle, and voila, got it through. We are just about done with this wreath, and like I said at the very end, we're going to cut off our, there we go. Look at how fun that is. All right, so we got one, two, so now we want one in this section. And you can definitely add more tubing. If you start adding this tubing on and you're like, you know what, I really love this pop of color, this fun, you know, element, add lots more to your wreath. All right, there we go. What do you guys think so far? Super cute. So we got one there. So we're gonna do one right here. And just because I was going with the middle for the first couple, I'm just decided to stick with the middle frame. And all right, there we go. Got it through. And just do some adjustments like so. All right, guys, we got two more. All right. I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments. Please let me know. And I'm thinking that I want to do a wreath, like I said earlier, just all tubing. If I can, I think I have enough. And maybe we'll start out with a smaller wreath to do like a wreath frame, just to see, and then we'll do it right here, just to see how it looks. But I think it'd be super adorable. All right. Okay, I think we got all of our sections with a bundle of the tubing. So let's pull the camera back and see what this adorable wreath looks like, because I think it is all done. All right, guys, what do you think of this adorable pumpkin wreath? Super, super cute. I did twist my ribbons to point down in a V shape. And then I love this little, like I said, this little tubing all throughout. I think it's super adorable. And again, everything that we did on this wreath is from the Dollar Tree. So very budget friendly. So if you think about it, we did 2 of each color. So we had 3 colors, so that's 6 rolls. And then we did our centerpiece, 3 colors of the tubing, our pipe cleaner, our wreath frame, and then the ribbon. I did, I think, 1.5 rolls of the ribbon. So roughly about 14 items, $1.25. You do the math, not too much, but super cute, very beginner friendly. And I think this would look adorable on anybody's front porch. I'm gonna adjust that one right there, pull that down. So what do you guys think? Do you love the tubing? Would you do more? Would you do less? I want to hear what you guys think in the comments. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I want to do more Halloween fall decor stuff, especially from the Dollar Tree. But yeah, I just had to get this one done. And since we're here at the shop, I know a lot of people don't know that I have the shop, but here we are. And I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial. I will see you again in my next video. And happy Halloween. We're still months away, but you never know. I'm in the spirit. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again in my next tutorial.